I want to welcome Lynn Arndt, who's the CEO of BlackRock Center for the Arts. And I have a little list here. I believe that we have Grace Rivera Oven, Hubs Coordinator, Crystal Townsend of the Healthcare Initiative Foundation, Jerry Thiering, BlackRock Board Member, Jennifer Russell, BlackRock Board Member, John Compton, also Board Member BlackRock, Amanda Moskowitz, staff for BlackRock, Mario Oven, BlackRock staff, Michael Stickles, also staff, Mitchell, staff, Katie Hecklinger, also part of the staff, Jody Villajanteran, also staff, and Kathleen Matthews, who of course is our incredible regional up-county regional services director. And I want to acknowledge this extraordinary team that is led by Lynn Arndt, and just want to highlight a few memorable moments that I know I very much appreciated. And it was incredible when I looked at the date, I believe it was November 23rd of last year, that many of us gathered at BlackRock Center for the Arts for an extraordinarily festive occasion, where we had Jonathan Acosta, who did a concert. And it was really just a journey through Latin America, through the music. And I have to say, it was one of very few moments where I have been surrounded by so many extraordinary people, full of joy, really going down memory lane, listening to extraordinary music and dance, and reminiscing. For many of us, it reminded us of our home family gatherings, grandma maybe, and the music that she would listen to, or grandpa and mom and dad dancing. And all of a sudden, this extraordinary place just lit up with people dancing in the hallways and in their seats, etc. And there was Lynn and everybody else dancing as well. And I share that because when we talk about our extraordinary arts organizations, we often, throw around terms like diversity and equity, etc. And how do we reflect our community? And places like BlackRock really take that to heart. They take it to heart in such a way that when this pandemic hit, they really didn't skip a beat to say, okay, so what else can we do now? How can we bring some solace, some support, some assistance, some relief in the middle of this crisis? Because there's a time to celebrate, like we all did and many others have done with so many other performances. But there's also a time to provide actual relief, life-saving kind of assistance. And this team came together. And I have to say that, with Grace Rivera Oven, Crystal, people who have been working already in the community just kind of came together with Lynn's support and assistance. And of course, Kathleen Matthews and everybody, but they said, absolutely, let's do this. And I know that their board also has been so amazing. So this is an example of everybody really coming together, not thinking about barriers or regulatory problems, but really saying, what does our community need? Let's go get it. And look at the amount of volunteers, especially young people, who have found a way to feel of assistance and to be able to also recognize. Many of them perhaps had never really seen firsthand the level of need that we have in the county. They have been able to step up to do something and to get to know their community a little bit better through all of this. And so this now has become a model, and we have replicated the hub model in other places, really based on this extraordinary effort. So it was organic, it came together, it has grown, and I just really want to thank all of you for your extraordinary dedication to our county. I know that this will never be forgotten, because this will be part of our history, just how this community came together. And so I'd like to turn it over to Councilmember Rice, who ably represents this district. And I know that he has a lot to do with this type of community sense of family in that district as well. So I'd like to turn it over to him for some remarks. We'll read the proclamation and then we'll turn it over to Lynn to also make some remarks as well. Councilmember Rice.
Well, thank you very much, Councilmember Navarro. And I'm I'm going to try and be brief, but it's very hard when talking about an organization that means so much to me, like BlackRock Center for the Arts. Many know that when my wife and I first moved to Germantown, we moved into BlackRock's backyard. BlackRock opened in 2002. My wife and I moved to Germantown in 2003. So we were there right at the beginning, at the start of BlackRock, and literally in the backyard. Our driveway actually extended into basically the parking lot of BlackRock Center for the Arts. And we used to walk there and take our young child and go to the concerts on the lawn. And it truly identified itself right away as the hub of the Germantown community. And it's never changed. I remember when I first got elected to office in 2006 and started representing the area in the Maryland House of Delegates. And it was a few years later that there was a fire in Germantown. And that fire had actually claimed I think it was an apartment. And it was right during Christmas time. And during that time, you actually had the family lose everything. And the community came together, both Germantown Alliance and others in the community, and said, we need to do something for this community. I know that Kathy Matthews was involved in this as well. We actually opened up the center lobby, and I'm not sure if everyone on the call remembers this, but we opened up the lobby of BlackRock, and folks actually dropped off everything under the sun, from toys for the family to household goods to everything. And there was this big pile of stuff that was in the center of the lobby, and we had shut it down for this, to bring this here. It was the first steps of the Germantown hub model. Back then, some 14, odd years ago. That's amazing to think about in terms of the thinking that BlackRock and that the community feels that BlackRock and the role that they play. I really want to thank BlackRock for their initiative when it comes to working with Nourish Now, to working with other nonprofits, really reaching out, and Gracie, for you continuing to push into the community to make sure that we continue to find those needs that continue to be unmet and those that are untouched by the services that we provide. It is such a lifeline for so many in our community. And for the BlackRock folks, I see them on Mike Sickles' call there. So wave, everyone. Yes, the staff, give them credit for what they do day in and day out. I know that I'm sure Marco's over there. I think he's in front there. Yes. Who do the work, who drive the trucks, who pack the boxes, who do all of those things. And I've visited BlackRock from time to time during this pandemic to take a look. Gracie actually put me to work. Of course, that's what she does. So, that's her job. But it was absolutely amazing. Again, transforming this great center, as Councilmember Navarro said, that is a cultural center that brings people not just from the Germantown community, but as you see with Councilmember Navarro, from all across this county, from this region into this great area. And I'll just close with one thing. It's featured on your website, which I'm honored to see, but it really does truly sum up. And the spirit of our community is coming together right here in BlackRock. And it truly is that it embodies everything that BlackRock is about. And so I just really want to say thank you to everyone involved. Crystal, you are a true champion. You know all the work that you do, from Katie to Jerry to Keelan, to Jody, all the people, John, who roll up their sleeves, Amanda, every single day. Jennifer, you guys have been doing this forever. Thank you. Thank you for the work that you do and continuing to make Germantown one of the best communities it can be, and for then making Montgomery County one of the best communities in this nation. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you, Councilmember Rice. So we're going to read the proclamation. So I'm going to pull up the proclamation here. We're going to take turns in doing so. All right. So, whereas BlackRock Center for the Arts opened in 2002 in Germantown, Maryland, It's a cultural arts center with a mission to bring inspiring performing and visual arts experiences to diverse audiences in a welcoming and intimate setting, and to provide opportunities to explore, celebrate, and engage in the arts.
And whereas reaching an average of more than 40,000 people per year, BlackRock Center for the Arts has firmly established its place in the Upcounty community and leveraged its presence to host virtual arts programs and performances while providing essential services to families in the community who have been disproportionately impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. And
whereas on April 8th, 2020, the BlackRock Center for the Arts opened Montgomery County's first consolidated services hub in partnership with numerous community-based organizations to safely provide residents with food and essentials and to help them connect with critical services. And
whereas, as a testament to its success, the model piloted by the Upcounty Consolidation Hub has since been replicated across Montgomery County, bringing assistance directly to those in need by serving more than 1,000 vulnerable households weekly through food distribution and the donation of essential items. And
whereas the BlackRock Center for the Arts has gone above and beyond its mission as an arts organization to serve the needs of Upcounty residents, which, with the support of its board of trustees, dedicated staff, volunteers, and community partners, has set an example for the rest of the county on the successful conversion of public spaces when a community is faced with unprecedented challenges. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognizes the contributions of BlackRock Center for the Arts and presents this proclamation to BlackRock Center for the Arts, presented on this 8th day of December in the year 2020, signed by Council President Tom Hucker and myself. Congratulations to you. Yay.
Thank you.
All right, we'd love to hear from Lynn, who will speak on behalf of this extraordinary team.
So first, thank you to each and every one of the council members. Councilmember Navarro, your words mean so much. The Jonathan Acosta concert was an incredibly joyful evening, and it's remembered with great fondness right now. And I promise you that when this is all behind us, Jonathan will come back and we will all celebrate together. Councilmember Rice, actually each and every one of you have visited the hub and actually have been put to work delivering to families, putting packages together. So you've really put some muscle behind the effort. But it is a true collaboration, and I love to speak at this moment, but on this call are so many of our board members, our board chair, John Compton, Crystal Carr-Townsend. These are people that brought partners in for us, but more importantly, as a board, they supported the effort. You know, to switch to pivot, our new favorite, most hated word, to this center. It was supported by a group of people that were a cultural arts center board. The team that is on downstairs, our BlackRock team is calling in virtually. However, that team downstairs is an extraordinary group of young people. And Councilmember Rice, thank you for pointing out Marco, Christina, Paula, Christian, Karina, Nikki, Annette, and Roma. They work every single day. Whatever it takes to serve the families. We stepped up at the last minute for holiday giving, and it served 992 families for Thanksgiving, and over 700 of those meals were delivered door to door safely. It's a privilege to do this. It is a privilege to help bring people together and to work alongside you. To work alongside DHHS. This has been an extraordinary effort, but no one person is responsible. There is this, my partner in crime, as she calls it, sitting next to me. You know, she's not going to let me hang up without saying thank you to everyone. But it happens because of this council. You supported it in every way possible. And we here at BlackRock can't thank you enough. So.
Well, thank you so much, Lynn, for those words. I really appreciate that. I wanted to close by saying that, you know, your primary mission, of course, it's the arts, the cultural arts, and we have been working really diligently, especially in the Education and Culture Committee, to make sure that our arts organizations continue to hang in there as much as possible, and we will continue to do that, because this is a testament of why we must ensure that our arts organizations are able to ride this difficult time. And as you said, once we're over on the other side, we can then come together and celebrate. So I wish I could let everybody speak. I would love to do that. We have a insane agenda today. So I want to be respectful of that, but I just truly wanted to say again, thank you so much on behalf of all those families who, without you, we don't know what would be happening. This will be the most incredible story to be told after we get out of this horrible time. But you being there really is that light at the end of the tunnel that continues to help our community stay strong. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much to you guys.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys soon.